Hi there, Cindy Williams coming at you from Huntersville, North Carolina. Hope you guys are having a great evening. I wanted to come at you talking a little bit about how to get more greens and vegetables into your diet and your family's diet. Primarily, I think we struggle the most with kids. And here in our house, we eat a lot of vegetables, but I know there's a lot of parents and families that struggle getting those extra vegetables and servings into their family's diet. So I wanted to show you guys 3 different meals that I know children have a tendency to love, and how to incorporate greens into those meals that they won't even know that they're in there. So the first one is pasta. Every kid loves pasta. And if you're not a gluten-free family, I suggest this Simply Nature penne pasta. It's 100% whole wheat, so it's real important to see that whole in front of the ingredients. So whole grains are so important. So if you have a choice, get that one. These are from, like I said, Aldi. Simply Nature is an amazing line, love that. So you can couple that with this tomato basil pasta sauce. They also have a marinara sauce as well. A very easy sauce to add greens to. And you could also add cubed chicken or ground beef or whatever, or just simply just the pasta sauce. So what I like to add to that is this Organic Greens Booster by Shaklee. It is 100% organic, and we actually say that we go beyond organic. So if you know Shaklee well, you know that we test for over 350 contaminants in every single raw ingredient. We do 100,000 quality tests a year. And this particular product we're gonna release a year prior to releasing, but we actually they waited to release it because the organic grower that they bought it from didn't have produced the purity that they wanted in those particular greens. So they had to go back out and resource the greens for this particular product. So the powdered greens in this are kale and spinach and broccoli. It definitely has a bit of a scent, but taste-wise, it's really minimal. People put this in their smoothies, but I think for a family and for children, adding it to dinner is probably the best idea. To get that palate going. I think a lot of times when we can sneak those greens in, their palate starts adjusting without them even knowing. And I think eventually you can also sneak in like that is real greens, but real raw greens that they can actually eat and crunch. All right, so we've got the penne pasta and tomato sauce, easy breezy. Another one is making tacos. So for those of you that live in North Carolina or maybe in the Lake Norman area, I love the Savory Spice Shop, and they have a great taco seasoning. So the other night I made a pound of beef and ground beef, and I added the taco seasoning, and I added 3 scoops of the organic greens, and nobody even knew that I had put them in there. I love to add black beans to that and some onions and peppers, but it was great. So again, covered it up. I love extra cumin in my taco meat, so I did that. So tacos are a great way to add that. And if you're vegetarian and you have black beans, adding like a black bean dish, adding the greens into that is great too. Another one is like meatballs. So actually, I made some turkey meatballs last night in the crock pot, and again, snuck greens in there as well. And these are great to pop in the microwave and have for a snack, or put into my kids love them in their lunches. I actually put them in their lunches today with pesto, and pesto is another great sauce that you can add greens to and they don't even know it, especially these particular powdered greens from Shaklee. So we also, every kid loves chicken tenders, right? So I love making my own chicken tenders just because I know how they're made, I know where they come from. So not sure how you guys do it, but I like to take chicken breast when it's on sale at Earth Fare, and I will dip it in flour. And this time with flour, I put a scoop of the greens in, then I dip it in egg, and then I dip it in panko breadcrumbs from Trader Joe's. I'll show you what that looks like. And in my breadcrumbs, so here I have them all breaded and I put it on my pan. In my breadcrumbs, so I use these panko breadcrumbs from Trader Joe's. You can probably get gluten-free ones from Earth Fare or Whole Foods. I love Wild Tree's Hearty Spaghetti Sauce Blend, so a good Italian seasoning. is wonderful on these chicken tenders. I love adding, sorry, my hands are dirty, smoked paprika. Love smoked paprika. I also add some natural sea salt. So real salt is my go-to for salt. It has, what did it say? 50 plus trace minerals, which we're missing so many minerals in our diets, and also iodine, which is a lot of times what we're missing. And tonight I actually added some nutritional yeast. So this is one of my favorite products. It's called the Vegetarians, I'm not a vegetarian, but it's called the Vegetarians Parmesan cheese. So if you haven't tried this, this is a fun one. So anyway, so now what I'll do is I'll make my chicken tenders, throw them in the oven, and do my own homemade like mustard, honey mustard sauce, and we gobble those up. The boys will heat them up, put them into a dry heated thermos. So we'll heat that thermos tomorrow for lunch with hot water, dry it out, and put these reheated chicken tenders in there, seal up the thermos, and take it to school. So I love to combine dinner and push it off to lunch and school. I think it's a great way to maximize your time and your efforts. So anyway, I hope this was helpful. You know, these powdered greens, which is sneaking those greens in, is a fabulous way, especially at dinner time when they don't even know. So I hope you enjoyed that, and let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.